Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in this video we're going to be talking about some new products in my collection, and we're going to be reviewing that. Some of these are newer launches and some of these are just new to my collection. So let's get started. I have just a few products. It's not going to be a very long video, thankfully. I hope. So the first one we have is the Kiro Daily Dewy Serum Foundation. Now this is a newer launch from Kiro. This one is infused with hyaluronic acid, vitamin C and niacinamide. Now you guys know Kiro is one of my absolute favorite brands, and so far most of the products I've tried out from this brand have turned out to be a super hit for me. I have not been able to put the products down. I've never been disappointed with any product, and the same thing goes with this foundation as well. It's a serum foundation, so it goes on a little bit, it's not a very runny consistency, but you can't say it's thick and moussey as well. It has the perfect consistency where you do need about one full pump or like 1.5 pump for your entire face, and it gives you a good light medium coverage. So this is a foundation that you can use on a daily basis. It's not something that would give you crazy amount of coverage, but it is something that would give you the ease of application, the ease of use for daily wear, and it just looks like second skin. It just blends into your skin. It makes your skin look really nice and flawless. Now this is not my first impression. This is something I have used quite a bit. I did get this way ahead of the launch, and I have been testing this foundation out. And I feel like this foundation reminds me so much of the Dewy Face and Body foundation. Now if you wanted a really good dupe for that, you can try this foundation out. I feel like somehow this is a little bit better than that foundation on my skin. I found that the Dewy Face and Body foundation was a little bit powdery looking on my skin, and also the undertone was a little different, but this one, the undertone is pretty good. So I have this one in the shade 03 Almond Beige, and I also have the shade called 04, which is the darkest shade, which is 04 Caramel Tan. I expected the brand to come up with a bigger shade range, which I'm not going to deny, but I feel like they might come up with a expansion shortly. Maybe this was just like a launch which they wanted to see how it goes and then probably expand the shade range, because if you are of like an NC 43 to 45, I think you would find a shade for yourself, and caramel tan would match you. But if you're anywhere deeper than that, it wouldn't probably match you. But this shade 03 Almond Beige matches my skin tone pretty well. So if you are around my skin tone, this is the shade for you. I really like the packaging of this. It is really nice, convenient, easy to travel with. The blendability is amazing. I like to blend this foundation with my brush. I don't really like to use a sponge with most of my foundations, and anyways, because this is said to be a very lightweight foundation, I don't find the need to use a sponge with this because it just gets the job done very easily. It's like a very easy product to use on a daily basis, so a brush is ideal for that. I feel like this is a very long lasting foundation. It is pretty much sweat proof, waterproof. It's something I had on my skin from morning to all the way till the night, like when I had to take my makeup off, and it didn't look like it was looking blotchy. It didn't look like it's going to fade away, and it just looked like my skin, which I really liked. So definitely do try this out if you can find a shade for yourself. I sincerely hope that the brand actually expands the shade range, because this is a foundation a lot of you guys would really enjoy and would like to try out. There are so many offers on the website. You can pick this one up on a discount, and a good dupe for a really nice high-end foundation. And then the next product we're going to be talking about is something that's not easily available in India, but I picked this one up when I was traveling. This one is a Rare Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 320W. This is what I have right now. I feel like it is a little bit yellow tone for my skin tone, and I'm not going to blame anyone for this, like not the sales assistant or anyone, because they were really trying hard to get me a shade match. But the brand, unfortunately, like I feel like has more neutral toned ones and somewhat yellow toned ones, and they don't have something that works really well for my skin. But I'm trying to get this one to work, but I do however see that yellow tint in this. I like this concealer. It's very nice and blendable. Again, it's got good medium coverage or slightly above medium coverage, and it doesn't look cakey and heavy on the skin, which is something I really like, and it does look really nice. But would I say it's the most long lasting concealer that I have? Not quite. I feel like it just fades away and looks a little bit dry by the end of the day. Like when you first apply it, it looks fresh, it looks nice. I've used this around my mouth, but over time, by the end of the day, it does look a little bit dry. But I can still get this one to work, and I don't regret purchasing this. Are there better concealers available in the market? Maybe. I haven't really compared this with any other concealer, but so far from what I have picked up, I've been really liking this. The next product, also from Rare Beauty, I have their liquid blush, and this one is in the shade Believe. I think this one is their more dewy blush, and this is a shade I was looking out for, and I'm so glad I picked it up. I really like this shade. It's like a deep purplish mauve kind of a shade. It works really well for my skin tone and just blends out in no time. It's a very pigmented blush, very easy to blend, and little goes a long way. Of course, you can also build on it. So really nice blush, and I get the hype. I get the hype with this, but is this dupeable? Maybe you have to wait until my next video to see if I actually did find a dupe for that. And then we have the Insight Cosmetics blushes. These are super affordable as opposed to all the other products that I showed you. This was for, I think, less than 100 rupees. I got this one in two shades, 03 Dusty Rose and 05 Strawberry Dip. Initially, I thought I'm not going to like the shade called Strawberry Dip at all, because I tried out the shade Dusty Rose. It's a beautiful deep mauve shade, would work for people of deeper skin tones as well. Very blendable, looks like a high-end blush. Nobody would ever know the price tag of this blush, and that's the thing that I like about Insight Cosmetics, be it their highlighters or their blush. Just looks so good on the skin. And it is something you can blend out with your fingers, but I pretty much don't prefer blending any product with my fingers because I feel like I kind of like stamp it and I can see the marks all over, so a brush works pretty well. And this is the shade called Strawberry Dip, which I initially thought I would not like, and it's what I have on my face right now. And surprisingly, like when you first apply it, it looks really dark, okay? Let me show you how it looks. Like it's like, oh, it's like in your face neon peach shade, but once you blend it out, it's beautiful, like a peachy shade. It makes you look fresh. If you feel dull and you feel like you're looking sick, you can try this out. It's what I have right now. I did have to blend it up quite a bit. It is very pigmented, so I really like the formula of this, and I don't regret purchasing it at all. Of course, I wouldn't have any regrets because it just performs so good. And then I also picked up this Makeup Revolution cream bronzer. This one is in the shade medium, I think. So I wanted to try out a cream bronzer, like a more affordable cream bronzer. This one was for $6.95 and it was on a 10% discount on HOK Makeup, and that's where I picked it up. So this is not as intense as the Huda Beauty Tantour, but it's a more subtle version of that, and it is a little bit of a grey toned bronzer, and it's not too intense. I don't really like my contour products to be intense and like too much, so this is really nice and blendable and buildable. And then recently I got a package from Mars Cosmetics which had this one. This is the Mars Cover Ranger Concealer Palette. I was really intrigued when I got this because I thought, okay, if it is a good concealer palette, I can recommend it to a lot of you. So what do I think about this? Like, first of all, the color corrector and everything is too pigmented, like intense pigmentation. And the concealer shades are very gray toned, so I cannot get this one to work on my skin tone. The deeper shades, there are 3 of them, which you can use like a cream bronzer. But that's pretty much it. And I don't think a lot of you would find a lot of use out of this concealer palette, even though it is super affordable. It also smells different. It smells like fish for some reason, and I'm not the biggest fan of that scent. So the next one I'm talking about is the Sigma Renew Lip Oil. I received a PR package from Sigma and I couldn't like try out most of their products, but I am like getting to try it out right now. So this one is the Renew Lip Oil. I really like this. It's a really nice nourishing lip oil, and it doesn't feel like it feels like a nice lip oil. It does nourish your lips. It doesn't aggravate the dry lip situation all the more. It in fact did help me with my dry lips. So I sometimes use this on its own, or I use this on top of a lipstick like a gloss, and I like it. And this is on flat 40% off on Nika's sale right now. And the last one I'm going to be talking about is this lipstick. This one is the Shiseido Powder Matte Lipstick. This is available on like flat discounts on Parco's website. So this is in the shade Murmur. Such a nice nude shade, like a cool tone nude shade. Not that it's not dupeable, but I absolutely love the formula of this. It feels really nice and lightweight, very creamy and comfortable on the lips. Not the most long wearing lipstick, but extremely comfortable on the lips. And so just a small mention of that product. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I will of course leave the links to all these products in the description box below for you guys to check it out. And do let me know if you've tried out any of these products, or are you looking forward to trying any of these products. Let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.